It's pretty good actually.
4 mil subscribers.
Oh, fuck's sake. Hang on. I had a tissue.
Outtakes.
Outtakes. Fuck's sake.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting-a-ting-a-ling. Come on, it's a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together.
Oh, welcome to the third episode of this podcast. As you can see, we have a third member of the podcast as well. We've got George here with us from 24/7 Football. He's going to be joining us today, going to talk about a few football related things. Hopefully he's got a bit of knowledge in that area.
I wouldn't say knowledge.
Supposedly got a bit of knowledge in that area. We're going to talk about a bit of boxing as well, which Luke's going to take over on that because he's the one that knows anything about it. And then we're going to ask George about his channel, what he's doing at uni because we're in the same uni year. And also a special job that he's got at the minute. That's a bit of a dream job for him at the minute.
We're going
to have a little chat about that as well. But welcome to the channel, George.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been a long ambition of mine. I sent my list off to Santa and I said I want to go on Luke Case's channel, and he's delivered. So fantastic.
If you don't know George, if you obviously don't watch YouTube a lot. He's got his own channel, 24/7 Football. There'll obviously be a link in the description, as there always is with videos like this.
Please have a look.
Please have a gander. Honestly, I wouldn't say this if I didn't mean it. His content is very, very good, and you do deserve a lot more subscribers than you've got at the minute. So if you're interested in football and you want to have a little look at stuff like that, what sort of stuff can they expect to go to your channel?
Oh mate, what can't they expect? Just like weekly videos about football. The main thing about 24/7 Football is just trying to get other people's opinions. So I like to do a lot of public videos, going around to other clubs, just interviewing the fans really, but not just one fan base specifically, which is what a lot of people try and do, and try and get a broad perspective. So even if it's going into town, I've got a video coming up where it's like I'm asking people if Brexit was a footballer, who would it be? So it's just asking different fans random different things.
A little sneak. I didn't even know that. A little sneak preview.
Yeah. So anything to do with football, try and make it just a bit about other fans' perspective, really, rather than just my own, because he wants to listen to me all day.
No, that's a very good point. But yeah, no, I think the public videos are some of my favourite videos. So yeah, some of the opinions that we hear as well are slightly interesting. To say the least.
Chris Wilson, get him out of the club. Get Sean Dyche out of the club.
Get Sean Dyche out of the club. He's got two games. That's it. So yeah, you won't know what I'm about, but honestly, go and watch some of the videos. The Burnley one in particular, I think that's one of the best.
You're on some of them as well. So.
Yeah, I'm on one of them from. Gee, how long ago was that? About a year ago now, surely.
No, it was when Wigan beat City, about February, January, something like that. Yeah, it was a while ago. And Ben spent the whole time just touching his arm.
Doing this. It was freezing in that room though, you have to say. You had a big jacket on. You protected. You already knew. You didn't even warm with it how cold it was.
You knew the elements.
You knew the elements, so you just
like Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls, the football commentary community.
Should we get into the first topic then?
Alright, yeah. Luke wants to shut up now, so we'll just talk about the first
topic. Videos for you two talking about what no one else got their own about.
No, well, we will if you go to
your channel, but you know. So we're going to talk about Frampton versus Warrington on Saturday, just to start off the conversation. So what do you think about it, George?
Frampton obviously he's come back into the boxing game after taking a break. Warrington, world champion. It's going to be a great fight. Whether it's going to be, it's hard because you've got two big fights on one night. Who's going to tune into Frampton? Who's going to tune into Dillian White versus Chisora? For me personally, I'll be watching Dillian White versus Chisora. I'll watch the Frampton fight the next day. Yeah. But two massive fights, just brilliant for British boxing, really. Yeah.
I'm actually going to the fight, so I won't be doing any videos on it or anything like that. But I am really looking forward to the Frampton Warrington fight. What do you think, Ben, about the Chisora and White fight?
Absolutely nothing. I literally don't know anything. We do need Nick Pratt in here because I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. We mentioned this before. We were talking about before what we're going to talk about in the podcast. This came up and I was like, don't ask me any questions. Don't even mention it because I have absolutely no idea. So I really don't know.
Yeah.
I know Dillian White's fought Joshua in the past, and they had a bit of a rivalry. Is that right?
Fantastic, Ben.
Genius, Ben.
Get
Fantastic.
in. So I knew that.
Are you from the Boxing Reporter?
Hey, all I'm saying is that there has been rumours that I'm the brain behind that channel, but no, I know absolutely nothing about either of the boxers. But all I know is that they're both on the same night, and that's caused a bit of upset. The fact that they're both on the same night, which doesn't, from what I've seen, that doesn't happen very often.
No.
Two big fights as well, so that'll be interesting to see who's got the more viewership. From each one.
Interesting with the Frampton fight as well. You've got Billy Joe Saunders on the undercard, which will be a class fight. He's making his comeback, obviously, since filming Crack Addicts for jokes. So Billy Joel, not the smartest man in the world, obviously, but getting into chicken fights with Deontay Wilder and Nando's as well. So what a legend! So it'll be good to see him back. But for the two fights, I think Frampton's just going to have too much Warrington. I think Frampton will come out the winner on that one. And to be honest, I don't know who's going to win the White Chisora fight. The last fight was absolutely class. They both ran each other close. To be honest, I thought personally Chisora won the fight, the first one. And it'll be interesting to see. I think White, it's 2 years on now. Chisora's a bit older. I think White's going to have a bit too much for him this time round. But it's going to be a great fight. And yeah, British boxing is booming at the moment.
Yeah. You know while you two are talking, I'm just going to shut the window because someone decided to do some construction outside.
Does he not know? Does he not know the podcast is going on?
Innit? Come on, mate. Got 1K subs here.
1K subs. I wish I could say that. Please
You will have to.
Please subscribe.
You will see. It'll be in the description. No, I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think obviously Warrington coming after the Lee Selby win to win the title. I watched that fight as well. I think he was really good, catching him with big punches. But he's not really a big puncher, but he caught him with flush punches all the time. In the inside and things like that. But I think Frampton will win because of his pure class and his skill and his speed as well. But yeah, I think it would be a really good fight. I think the undercard's looking good as well, so it should be a good night.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Who's Saunders fighting? You just know he's
Well,
fighting.
he's fighting someone.
Is he expected to win?
Yeah, it's a combat fight. He'll be fighting someone.
So it was like Fury, like two fights. Right, okay.
Maybe a bit better.
There'll just be someone that probably won't get hit back.
Brilliant. So, what are your predictions for the fight then?
Like I said before, I think Frampton will win. I think it's going to be a very close fight, but I don't think there's going to be any knockouts on his stoppages or anything.
So it's gone to
decision, but I think Frampton might win on 3 points.
It's all about White and Chisora.
White and Chisora, I think White might stop him, but I think it will go down to points again because Chisora is a tough man, but I think White's got it this time. He fought Parker, beat Parker at the moment, which Joshua fought. Like, it didn't really struggle against him, but he went 12 rounds with Joshua, so I think, so I don't know, I think it should be a good
I'm just
fight.
going to ring Nick. I'm going to get the boxing report.
Here we go. I saw his name pop up on the phone, I was like, get him on.
Yeah. Nick, we're in the middle of a podcast here, mate. We're talking about the Frampton Warrington fight on the weekend. Boxing report, he's big over here, boys. I just wanted to get your view, mate. Who do you think's going to win that one?
That's a good question, man. I would go, if I had to put my neck on the line, I'm going to say, I'm going to go Carl Frampton by points.
Oh, that's exactly what we just said. Yeah. That is exactly what we... And the next fight, we've got White, Chisora. Who are you going for?
Dylan White, knockout, round 9. That's where the money's got to go.
It sounds like
put your bets
power
on,
or something.
Put your bets on.
That is where the money has got to go.
That's where the money has to go.
Right, Nick. Thank you for your opinion, mate. If you haven't even heard of Nick, Boxing Reporter, please go and subscribe to him.
Now, Nick, give a little bit to the camera about your channel.
It's just the greatest in the world, isn't it? We're taking over.
I heard Cougar Cassius has posters of you on his bedroom wall.
Intimidated by you.
Alright, cheers for your opinion, Nick. Just wanted to get your view.
Thanks, Nick.
Alright, see you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Classic Nick.
That was Nick Pratt. What a hero. What a guy.
Thank
The
you.
Boxing Report. We've got to put his link in the description now. haven't we?
Boxing Reporter, link in the description.
Go and have a look. I wasn't expecting that actually. I didn't could have
When you started
a
ringing
You know
another
what?
guest.
In the media degree, when you're doing a media degree, like we are, Ben, and you're in the media world, you've got to be reactive.
You got.
Gotta think
I rate
on your
that. I
feet.
rate that. He's got contacts out there.
When you've got the contacts,
Nick.
oh god, yeah.
The biggest reporter in boxing.
Yeah, so when you got the contacts we have, you got to utilise
You gotta
them.
use
so
them, mate.
We might be going to Jairzinho Johnson after this for his expert analysis. So the
Jeez.
contacts.
Live from the favelas. Right. Anyway, let's move on from boxing because I don't feel like I have an opinion on that. Mourinho,
He's
gone.
He's gone.
He's gone, mate. What was your initial reaction when he got sacked, George?
Well, if you want to know my initial reaction, I did a video on it. So check.
Oh my god!
I'm already feeling about this big. The description should be like this big. George. Every video.
Plug. This is
All
how
56
you get
videos.
somewhere in this game, alright? All 56 videos linked in the description. No, my initial reaction was that he had to go. What was happening at United? It's weird, right? So at United, you think from the Ferguson era, he was never going to keep at that level after Ferguson's gone. What Ferguson did over the last 20 years is fantastic. He's the best manager to have ever graced the Premier League, maybe even football as well. And that's hard for me to say as a City fan, but it's true. You can't argue with facts. When Moyes was there, Moyes has still got 8 months on his contract as well from when he signed. So yeah, it's a bit of a joke. But Mourinho, the way that he played, the money that he had to spend, the way that he handled his press conferences, throwing his players under the bus, it was just toxic from start to finish, and he had to go. The players didn't want to play for him anymore. But what I would say is that it's not just Mourinho that was toxic, it's the whole club from top to bottom. The board has to take responsibility for it. They did back him, but he didn't have control over who he was signing.
Yeah.
If he did want to get rid of Pogba, he wouldn't have been able to because of the business decisions that are made from above his head. So I feel like Mourinho had to go, but whoever comes in full time has got a job on their hands to turn the club around because it's toxic at the moment from top to bottom. As a City fan, long may it continue.
Yeah, to be fair, I've took some slight enjoyment in watching United over the past few months and a couple of years, but you've got to feel sorry for him because even though there is a bit of a rivalry between City United and Oldham United, not as much now, but obviously in the past.
Oldham United, trying to get Oldham in there. Yeah, you know that big rivalry between Oldham and United.
But what I'm saying is I've always had a dislike for United just growing up and stuff like that, obviously what's happened in the past. But you have got to feel sorry for them because they do deserve a lot better than they are getting. They are probably the biggest club in the world in my opinion. So the fact that they're performing at the levels they are now slightly unacceptable. But yeah, I think sacking Mourinho is just one step of about 1,000 they need to take to get them back to where they are. I think the way the club's being run is not as bad as Oldham, but it's definitely up there in terms of what the infrastructure they've got. There's no way they should be struggling
definitely.
the way they are. I think the only criticism I'd have Mourinho, the main one, is the fact that people say he wasn't backed in the transfer market yet. If you look at the net spend that they've had in the past few years, absolutely ridiculous. So I don't understand how they can say, like I saw Carragher the other day actually saying, will they regret it and think, if we let him sign a centre back? But I'm pretty sure he was the one who brought Victor Lindelof and Eric Bailly.
No, I can't think of one of his players that have actually performed.
Lukaku, Sanchez is even where actually is he? Like,
he's back in South America. He's had a hamstring injury.
So he's just decided to go on holiday.
He's gone. He's took his dogs and he's gone.
Well,
when you're on £500 a week, you can do whatever you want.
to be fair, but I just think United, that's in my opinion, that'd be unacceptable. I don't think any manager in the past, especially Alex Ferguson, would put up with that that sort of behaviour. So yeah, I just think they're so lenient on the players and they let the players get away with a lot. I feel like Mourinho was the only one that was actually trying to discipline them. I feel like they were getting away with way too much, and in the end I think the players took over the club in a way. Players like Pogba and Lukaku and players like that, just the way that because they know their own value in the transfer market, in the way that United make money commercially, they knew that if their performance levels weren't good enough and they weren't getting in the team, like the other day when Pogba don't think he came to the pitch. I think they realised that how much power they actually had. And obviously I'm sure you've seen that tweet that Pogba put out as well, that caption. I think even though I found it quite funny, to be fair, because obviously there's a tension between the two of them, him and Mourinho. I think the lack of professionalism just speaks volumes about him, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it was him. But you've got to be. It's his Twitter, it's his Instagram, so anything that comes out of it is going to be shown under his name. He just has to think who he's got around him, what team has access to his Instagram and his Twitter, because it's just poor timing, poor tweet.
Yeah.
But I think when you look back at Mourinho, you've got to think, what style of football did Manchester United play when he was there? You can't think of it, because what style of football did they play? You look at who they've given contracts to: Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Ashley Young, Valencia's being rumoured to have him. Fellaini got a 2-year contract extension. That's just a joke, and
It's
it
a backward
deserves
step,
from that. Just from those that I've just mentioned, when you've got De Gea and Martial who've only got a year left, Rashford can leave for a free in the summer. It's just, you see why they are where they are. When
The business decisions just make no
yeah,
sense, do they?
so you've got Man City who've got all their players now up till 2024, and you've got Fellaini still getting a game at United. That's the main problem.
Yeah. The one another defence I had of Mourinho as well, actually, would be, you mentioned before about what style of football they had. Obviously, it was very defensive near the end of his regime at United. But I remember when he took over and they played, they had a couple of games, but they won 4-0, I think. I think they won like 5 games, all of them 4-0 or something like that. That might not be 100% correct, but something along those lines. Remember, they were just pasty team. And players like Matic and Martial and Lukaku look absolutely phenomenal. Like, wow, like what unbelievable signs they made and all this. But but then suddenly they just I don't know what it was. Something clicked, and ever since that, it's just been going downhill. And obviously, you'd have City who've had like a meteoric rise that struggled to compete with them anyway, even if they were on top form. So I think, it was probably the best decision. But I feel like some of the criticism he got was unwarranted, I think, because I do think he is probably still one of the best managers in the world.
Would you have him at Oldham?
I mean,
if Bunn gets sacked.
I mean, if Frankie Bunn, no, I wouldn't, because Frankie Bunn, he understands. No, obviously I would. Obviously, it's no brainer in it, but like, it's one of them where if you're looking at the top clubs in the world, I think any of them would definitely have him on the shortlist. So.
Yeah.
It's no disrespect to him that he's been sacked. I just think he was the right manager at the wrong time for me.
Yeah. Sound wrong players. I think the players that he signed they're not a team. They don't play as a team. They play like Pogba individual, Sanchez individual, Lukaku individual. You can just see like they don't care about the club. Like people like Phil Jones, he might be shit, but like at the end of the day, he just tries as hard as he can. And Herrera, he's no good on the ball, but at least he'll try. Like Pogba will walk around the pitch, like he'll just jog around, he won't do anything.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Herrera who run around try and make tackles, actually have some passion behind him. I think that's down to Mourinho as well. He's not like really encouraged. It doesn't really seem like they're not like bothered about it. They're like bothered to be. But I don't know. Not the style of play that they're playing. Not playing Pogba at playing Pogba at CDM just doesn't really make sense to me, because he's not really
played the back three, didn't he, at one point?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, like Matic.
I think he just lost his head.
Played Southampton, who've got the least goals scored in the season, and he played 5 at the back against Southampton, and that 5 was McTominay. I think it was Lindelof and Matic.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Get him out.
But
do you feel like he was almost forced to do that? Do you think that was actually his choice, or do you feel like he had no other choice than to do
no one
that?
is forced to play a 5 at the back at Southampton, and he went 2-0 down after playing 5 at the back. Like, it's just awful, isn't it? In the summer they failed to get a centre back. The reason why they failed to get a centre back, Ed Woodward, it was his fault. But again, why would any centre back want to go to United at that moment in time? You got players that used United to get contract extensions, like Sergio Ramos. So United are a bit of a joke at the moment, and it depends who they get in. If they get Pochettino at the end of the year, happy days. He would be the best man to take them forward. So that's why I hope they don't get him. So Pochettino, if I was a United fan, 100%, that's the only man I'd want. Pochettino, because he needs to prove himself as a world leading manager. I think he is as well. I think he'd be absolutely fantastic for United.
What do you think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer till the end of the season?
What is that? So you've got a man who got relegated with Cardiff, hasn't done anything since. He's been in Norway. I'm not being funny, my nan plays football in Norway. And now he's managing Manchester United till the end of the season.
I think that does summarise the club in every aspect possible at the minute, doesn't it?
Literally, it's just like a backwards decision. It just shows to me that they think the season's over.
Yeah.
They don't think they're going to get top 4, even though they're on 6 points off. And they're not bothered about the Champions League. So they think season's over, they're starting for next season. So they've got Solskjaer in until the end of the season. Could be an embarrassing season coming up though. They could literally finish behind Everton or West Ham. So
I think as well.
United Stand TV.
Yeah, no, it will be fantastic.
Mark Goldbridge FC, come on.
When January comes around as well, I don't see them signing anyone or anything like that. I mean, they do need to improve in certain areas as well. So I feel like they've almost like you said, they're sort of accepting now, aren't they? That nothing.
Yeah, literally. If I was PSG, I'd be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
Like we've got United and they've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer managing them. We're through to the next round. I can't wait to play them at Old Trafford now.
It's gonna be a bit of a laugh, innit?
6-1 incoming.
I wouldn't be surprised that happened, but
And
I
still
think
play 5 at the back.
the one thing I don't understand about the Solskjaer thing is they've got Michael Carrick there, who's caretaker manager for 2 days or whatever, and Solskjaer's going to take over. Why don't they just give it Carrick till the end of the season? Let him get some experience, and then he could even do quite well, to be fair, because he already knows the club. He's been there a long time, whereas Solskjaer's been away for God knows how long, like you said, in Norway or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's going to come back and take over at the big, like an absolute massive club. It just seems I don't understand the logic.
He's got Mike feeling with him as well, hasn't he? So
I can understand.
Their feeling is because Mike was there with Sir Alex, will be able to help him. But I would like, personally, for me, I thought Nicky Butt could have took over or Carrick. If they're that careless and thinking we'll just get someone in like that until the end of the season, I thought one of those guys could come in, not Solskjaer. When there's other managers out there that could have, I think anyone else would have, even Arsene Wenger. I would have rather had Arsene Wenger until the end of the year than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But they've made the bed. Lying it.
Dying it apparently.
Yes. Not good more.
But yeah, I think that was probably the biggest talk about the week, weren't it? But
100%.
I feel like as an Oldham fan, I've quite enjoyed it, to be honest. A bit of a meltdown on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean Manchester United, the shares went up. I think it was 5% on sacking Mourinho. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mourinho bought the shares when they were on a low.
With the massive payout that he got.
How much? 24 million.
$24 million.
I'd be rubbing my hands. I'd be like, where am I going on holiday? He's set for life. All this sacking money that he's got from Chelsea everywhere, I'd be absolutely buzzing. I'd be like, take me away, boy.
That's the one thing I'll never understand about the way that the compensation, everything works for football.
Yeah.
It's like you get paid your whole contract for doing a bad job.
Yeah.
Like it makes
If I get sacked, I don't get 24 mil.
No.
Buzzing me, man. Absolutely buzzing. 24 million.
Do you see him leaving the Lowry in his car? Bye guys.
Yeah.
He
Bye, guys.
looked quite happy, to be fair. He was alright.
He
So
was just bang notes. Said bye guys.
Notes out the
Bye,
window
guys.
like, there you are, lads. I'm
Jose's our new
there's
car.
a Christmas
you fucking
bonus.
better believe it. It's a new car.
That's one thing I could never understand. He was in the Lowry Hotel the whole time he was there. He never bought a
He didn't want
house.
to be there, did he?
No.
If he's gone now, he can just stop paying. Well,
Go back
United
to
paid
London.
for the Lowry for him,
Yeah.
so he's balling, isn't he? What a man.
What a
Well done, Jose Mourinho.
Well done. You got
Fantastic.
24 million out of United. Well done.
I looked in my bank. I've got 15p. So Mourinho.
That's why he's on it.
That's why, mate. Subscribe to the channel. Link in the description. 56 videos.
Anyway, so I feel like we've discussed that enough. Unless you want to add anything else, I feel like that's been.
We now go to Jairzinho Johnson, who's
Who's with his best mate Marcus Rashford.
None of life.
no one knows what we're going
No, we don't. But yeah, that's not going to really work in the context
I
of
found
video.
out the other week about that. So.
Yeah, best mates with him.
Best
But
mates with Marcus
if
Rashford.
I was the United stand or Mark Goldbridge, I'd be buzzing at the moment.
Oh, imagine
Content,
the views.
that are coming out.
Oh
Andy
my
Tate getting back out.
I love Mark Goldbridge.
Give it
He's,
gigs.
you know he's a steward at Oldham.
What, Andy Tate?
Andy Tate.
I do, yeah, because I went to Notts County at Oldham 2 seasons ago, and Andy Tate was behind me.
Hero.
What a man.
What a guy.
What a
Saw
man.
him at Crew Away as well. He actually went.
He came to a National United game. I got a selfie with him. Link in the description if you want to
We'll
see
pop that
that.
there.
Link in the description.
Links to my Instagram there. Right. Anyway, so it's time for a little chat about you now.
Chat
George,
about
if that's
me.
all right, yeah.
Chat about me.
No, I just
For
wanted
legal reasons, some of it will not be.
we're still going through the courts, so we're not sure what we can talk about. So YouTube at the moment, how are you finding it?
You know what? I absolutely love it. I just love doing the videos. I found it. We set it up. It was originally known as MP1
Yeah,
Sports.
give us a bit of context.
Alright, so I started it with who we spoke to before, Nick, who's Unboxing Reporter. Nick's now mainly just Unboxing Reporter, so it's mainly just me now 24/7. We started out as MP1 Sports, which didn't really reflect what we did. It's just sports. It was named after Nick. So we changed it to 24/7 Football. I think it was January this year. And when we did that, the views and the subscribers started going up a bit more, so people actually knew what we were doing. We started doing more public videos, which I enjoy doing because you get have a bit more of a laugh with them.
Yeah.
And took about a 5-month break. Started again about a month ago. So took a 5-month break just because of third year of uni, and didn't really know what I was going to do. And now I'm just going to go fully into it, see what happens. Probably bankrupt by the end of the year.
Do you feel like that 5-month break was a detriment to your channel, or do you feel like it gave you a bit of time to plan for the future?
The subscribers kept going up when it was a 5-month break.
Yeah.
The views kept going up. You guys know as well, you've had a break as well from a different channel and stuff like that. To be fair, I feel like I needed it. I feel like I needed just that break, just to get this, third year is like.
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk about a little bit of that later.
Yeah, so I just needed that little break, but I missed doing it, so it made me realise that I actually really did want to do that, because I have got other stuff going on, like head of media at Ashton and stuff like that, so that took up a lot of my time, whereas now I'm trying to put more time into 24/7 football.
So with your role at Ashton, just give us a little talk about that.
Come on, the boys.
Up the Ashton.
Link in the description. Ashton United.
Go follow the Twitter. Go follow the Instagram.
No, so 3 years ago when we started uni, I started volunteering at Ashton United, which is a massive football club, bigger than Oldham. And
maybe soon.
yeah, they were in the Evo 6 Premier. After a season, then the head of media then left, called Mikey Brown. He's at Southport, so then I took over.
I've met
So
Mikey.
then I took over at head of media at Ashton. We got promoted last season, which was one of the best
What was
days
that?
of
Well,
my
I can
life.
imagine that was probably.
Oh, it was
amazing.
a huge piss up. No, it was a brilliant day. It was like 30 degrees. Everyone was getting drenched after it, so my camera broke. My camera broke because when I was interviewing the manager Jody, they soaked it, and then the camera just went absolutely. And they all went, "Fuck your camera" after it. So no, but yeah, so that's when I started Ashton. Playoffs last year, won the playoffs. National League North this year, just played Stockport County last night, got thumped 6-0. So we're loving National League North. The club shouldn't be there, but it is, and it's just a volunteer club, so loving that at the moment.
That's fantastic. We mentioned the uni before. Would you like to disclose which university we got to?
UCFB Etihad. Ben goes there as well. You gonna go there, Luke?
No.
But obviously you can tell how passionate he is about doing football media. But how have you found it so far?
Been alright.
What have the challenges been like?
The challenges, shouldn't really say it on camera, but it's just a bit unorganised, the whole uni. But they have given me.
The thing we're filming on right now.
yeah, when I'm watching this, Brendan, I apologise, mate. Didn't mean to. No, to be fair, I've met a load of good people. The studies have been okay, the tutors are good, but we haven't been on a trip yet, which I'm a bit disappointed about.
We did go on that trip to the courts once, though.
I didn't go.
Oh.
I was in the court.
Oh, that was why we were there. I knew
school.
there was a reason. But yeah, I was going to ask you now. I'm trying to think of what I was going to ask you. I was going to follow up with a question then, but you put me off with the joke about Brendan.
Like work.
No, I'm going to ask you about work. Although your dissertation's coming up.
No, it's English. Not
Oh, shout out.
It's a tour guide.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to ask you about that. That's a good point, actually. I mentioned before about George having a bit of a dream job at the minute. Do you want to tell him a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so you may know, you may not know. Been a Man City fan all my life, well, since 2008 now, all my life. So when I started at uni, I've worked on a bar at a golf club, and now I'm a tour guide at Man City. So literally get to walk about the stadium, get paid to just chat about City all day, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I just can't get away from football.
No, you can't. You can't.
Nah.
But are you complaining though? Because I feel
No.
like that's something you definitely want to pursue anyway.
Yeah, it's anything to do with sport, anything to do with footy, I'll be in there. But to work at Man City, to meet some of the players, meet some of the management, it's been great.
And I have to say, I did go on one of your tours actually, didn't I? I was with a group.
Did?
I think that group was from Jersey actually.
No, I don't know where they're.
I think they were.
Good to ride, not a clue where they're from.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Good group leader.
No,
Doesn't know where he's
Yeah, it
from.
was one of them. I've done a few, so I always forget. But yeah,
Lucky
George
sacks.
goes a cracking tour. Even though he was bullying me for 50% of it, just
Link in the description.
joke after joke about me and whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
but I think the kids enjoyed it. But yeah, what are some of the what are some of the players you met?
And that's why I didn't
players
call.
while you've been there?
To be honest, everyone else seems to meet the players. When I first started, Riyad Mahrez just signed. So I had a day off. I did 5 straight days of training, but I had to miss one day. And Riyad Mahrez comes in and everyone shows him around. But I met Emerick Laporte. Maybe not at the stadium, but I did meet Emerick Laporte, and yeah, just you see quite a lot of them just knocking about. A lot of the behind the scenes guys as well, like meeting the media team stuff like that. So it's been quite good.
I have to say, being at UCFB, I've never seen one player the whole time. I've been there nearly 3 years now, and I've never seen one player at all.
Well, Jazz Johnson could have made it.
To be fair, yeah, he knows them all. Obviously, he knows all the Mancunian players around there,
Yeah.
doesn't he? So
Did you not go to any of the speaking sessions?
yeah,
Wasn't that a player then? Did you meet Roberto Martinez?
yeah, that's not a
Well,
player.
that's alright
is it?
then, isn't it? He's a former player.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm a City fan since day one. I know all this.
Belgium national team manager. You're decent at that.
I'm sure he got sacked like a few months later.
He's
Nice,
still there.
still
Still there.
Is he?
Yeah.
What? How
The
is he
knowledge
still
on
in a
this
job?
podcast is fantastic.
How is he
They
still in a
finished
job?
third at the
Oh,
World
you
Cup.
know who I'm getting mixed up with?
Who?
Southport's manager, Kevin Davis.
How can you get mixed
How
up?
can you get those two mixed up?
Because, no, right, listen.
I know
so
we did a chat as well, yeah. I know
Yeah,
we did a chat
so
at UCFB.
right, basically I had to interview him for one of our group projects at UCFB.
Oh, okay.
I interviewed him and we were talking about like player analysis, stuff like that.
Yeah.
3 days later, he got sacked by Southport. So before...
Didn't they say at the thing as well? Didn't Natalie?
Yeah, they were like,
didn't
yeah,
they say,
we've got him
it's
for
not
like
getting
years.
sacked.
Yeah, they said we've got him for years, and it was like a few days later he got sacked. Like a day before we had to give our, we had to do like a live news thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were like, it was the day before we had to do it, and it was like, oh yeah, he's been sacked, so what we're gonna do now? Because he was like a massive part of our like segment. So we were like, oh, we'll just have to say he's gone. Just leave it
He's
out.
now gone.
We had to take the
He's now
interview
left.
out of it and
Yeah.
just say, yeah, he's gone, so we couldn't use the footage. And I did like a 20-minute interview.
Did Southport not know that they were actually ruining your coursework?
Well, you know, I did
So
mention
between
it. I
them.
did say, look, we are quite a big channel, so you know, you are going to get a bit
You've
of
got
backlash for
1,000
this.
subs and they
1,000
and they did
subs,
that.
and that's what I mean. They don't get 1,000 fans, do they? So at the end of the day,
Beat
I'm not baiting out Southport. No, I weren't happy with it, to be honest, because Natalie did say that he was going to be there for a long time, and he got
Oh,
sacked like 4 days
named her as
later.
well. He's named her.
I had to beep it out.
I don't think
Nah,
I'm quite comfortable with the fact that I don't think she's going to be watching this.
No.
But
Everyone watches
Exactly.
this, mate. As
You
soon
know
as you
what,
know
she-
I'm here.
oh yeah, to be fair, yeah,
The link
that
in the
that will
description
get a
just
few
pops up
more
and you
views.
just type in 24/7.
Southport
this top.
FC, link in the description.
There's way too many links in the description for my liking. Way too many.
Just go and have a go on Twitter.
just bait out Southport, bait out 24/7 football. They have got a Twitter as well,
Jesus.
actually, link in the description.
we have.
Jesus, they're all bloody day linking everything in the description.
That's what I mean. You're gonna have a big job after this,
Wow.
putting all the links in. Just quickly as well, you said about at the minute you got the channel and you're enjoying YouTube at the minute and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think you're quite comfortable about the fact that your videos aren't monetised at the minute.
Yeah.
You're not getting any money out of it. Does that bother you slightly? You know, you sort of concerned with the way that you need to meet these YouTube guidelines to get monetised in terms of like watch time, subscriber count, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it's all Logan Paul's fault. So cheers Logan.
Cheers,
You know,
Logan.
If you're watching, yeah, you
filming
will
dead
watch.
bodies and that. So cheers, mate. But no, I'm not too fussed about getting monetised at the moment, to be honest. I don't agree with people they've demonetised a lot of big YouTubers' videos. I know, was it TGF who had something the other
Yeah,
day?
they've had a
'Cause,
few problems.
they actually rely on the money that come through, but I don't. I've got a job and everything like that. I'm not doing it just to get monetised. I'm doing it just to try and build it up. And at the end of the day, at the end of it, I do want to have a career in media. So if I make 24/7 a success, that's fine. I've got that, and I'll be absolutely buzzing with that. That's my end goal. But if I don't make it a success, I've still got that to fall back, and I still say I've done this, and this at 24/7. If I go to a potential employer, I'll just say I've done this, and maybe not have a look at the videos where I swear and that. But
Give them the good ones.
yeah, just give them the good ones. But I'm not too fussed about getting monetised at the moment. I'm just enjoying doing it. So long may it continue.
Do you feel like, I mean, obviously we've joked about having the link in the description and all that throughout this podcast, but do you almost feel like you have to do that with the way that YouTube works at the minute? You sort of have to beg a little bit and put your name out there a little, like
You've seen the end of our videos, like, please.
Promote a little bit more than you naturally need to if you're in any sort of area of business.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, because you have to, so you've got to try and build up your subscribers. I've got to try and literally beg people to go and have a little cheeky subscribe and stuff like that, but it just is what it is, isn't it? You have to try and get people to come back. Ultimately, I hope people come back, but the subscriber count's going up gradually, so.
Must be doing something right.
Yeah, I must be doing something right, but I'm going to take a year out after uni. I'm going to keep my job at City. I'm just going to try and do the videos as much as I can, see what I can make of it. So, guys, if you don't subscribe, literally, I'm going to get kicked out of my house. So,
you need to subscribe.
The kids need new
livelihood.
shoes. The kids need new shoes. So
For Christmas.
As well, we were talking about big YouTubers getting demonetised and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One criticism that I've had of YouTube for a long time is the fact that we're almost censored a little bit. It's too filtered. There's too much censorship going on at the minute. So we joked earlier about when Luke swore that that stuff's not getting monetised or whatever.
Yeah.
But that actually is the case at the minute. If you swear, your videos will not get monetised because you feel like that's from a more mature audience. Do you feel like the censorship's gone a little bit too far and it's like affecting the way you do your videos?
Yeah, definitely. Because sometimes, not every video, but sometimes I like to swear a lot more if I'm pissed off. But,
Yeah.
No, I think it is censored. A lot of it is censored. Luke, I know you probably feel like it's censored a lot as well. I'm not at the stage that you guys are at, so I don't actually see what gets monetised and what doesn't.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of censorship going on, and it's a lot of promoting things that are more politically correct than YouTube, but it's going a lot more that way, and I'm not really a politically correct person.
No.
So a lot of in the algorithms, I know a lot of anyone who talks about stuff that is pro political correctness, that gets bumped up, and anything that has said something that actually they have a point, which is their opinion, but it's slightly controversial, gets put down.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like Logan Paul type controversy,
no.
filming dead bodies, but anyone who's I watched one the other day, and it was some guy doing a barbecue in front of a bunch of vegan protesters outside a slaughterhouse, and I'm sure he's got put right down there, but there's a lot of censorship going on.
Yeah, like for me, like some of my favourite YouTubers like True Geordie, TGF, people like that, they don't fortunately they don't censor themselves, and even though most of the videos probably will get demonetised or they won't make as much CPM due to the fact of swearing or like you said, like controversial opinions. Well, that's what I don't understand, because I feel like some of the big YouTubers on the platform that are doing a lot for the platform, they're bringing in a lot of revenue, they're bringing in a lot of viewership, are getting punished because they don't fit into this category of what YouTube wants to be at the minute. Like that YouTube, have you seen that YouTube Rewind, the latest one?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
So basically, it was just full of YouTubers that don't actually have a big viewership on the platform, but they do things that are politically correct, like you said. Like there's a girl on there that's been on every single YouTube Rewind. I've not watched one video of hers, one video, but she's on every single one because she doesn't say a bad word. She's this nice little girl. Whereas PewDiePie, who's the most subscribed YouTuber on the entire platform, hasn't been on one for 2 years because he's got criticism of the media for things. He has said, like, obviously that anti-Semitic thing wasn't right,
He was a bit
and
racist.
he said things in the past that have been mistakes, but you've got to acknowledge the fact that he's literally the biggest person on the entire platform, and you've got a video dedicated to all the creators on it, and he's not in it. I know some of the big YouTubers aren't in it, because they don't censor themselves and because they don't fit into this bracket.
And there was no acknowledgement of the boxing, which was arguably one of the biggest things to ever.
Exactly,
take
yeah,
place
like
on
Logan
YouTube.
Paul KSI, yeah, it didn't get recognised. So I do think the way YouTube's going at the minute is.
Give it 2 years when we're on YouTube Rewind, right? We'll turn the scripts. Don't worry.
Give it Solskjaer till the end of the season.
Give
See
it
how it
Giggsy.
goes. Give it Giggsy till the end of the season. See how it goes.
Do you know what I'm going to do in Rewind when I get asked to do it? I'm going to go link in the description.
just
That's
a big
his line,
banner, just
yeah.
link in the
That's his
description.
line.
That's it. But
The hoodies dropped tonight. Link in the description.
the 24/7 football merch will be dropping
Oh,
soon.
mate, cop the merch.
Cop the merch.
There's no merch.
There's
There's no merch.
definitely not going to be any merch.
Oh, which-
There could be.
Cheers, mate.
It could be.
Definitely not. No.
Do you not think?
It could be. I don't know.
That's how
No idea.
TGF make money though.
It is, yeah.
When their videos don't get monetised.
That's what all the YouTubers say though. It's not the money that actually they get off YouTube. They don't because they don't earn enough. Like it's like $3 every 10k views and it's something stupid like that. Which to a big YouTuber, like they get like 100, 300k views, but like to us, a k is like a lot of views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to earn a lot of money from doing it.
So on your other channel, you got
Yeah.
monetized a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you make? How much did you make?
No.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
if
good,
you don't mind, like.
Well, we did quite a lot of videos, didn't we? We did about 10 videos and they all got over like 3k views, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like just like average out. We got around about 7 because it converts in dollars and then converts
Yeah.
into pounds. So it was like $7 a video. But that time that was before
Yeah.
this whole 1,000 subscriber thing. So it weren't anything to do with you just monetize any video. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
She got $7 a video, so it's not even worth it though, is
So I'm
it?
saying it's not like alright. It's like your camera. Your camera's worth like 1.5k, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Not obviously like baiting you up, but I'm
Is that how
saying
much you paid for it?
something like that.
you got them fine.
Something
man. Yeah. So and it's just like it's not worth the money, but it's not. I'm like we're not doing it for the money. You know, we're all three.
Yeah, definitely. So if I go and do a public video, I've got transport,
Yeah.
food, paying. Well, not paying, but getting someone to do the camera for me. I've got to
Yeah.
look after them as well, and then. If I go to a match, got a ticket for a match, and you think about how much you pay for editing software, how much you pay for laptop, electricity, internet, just everything builds up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm like you guys, just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
So
So do you feel like you're in it for the right reasons?
100% in it for the right reasons.
To be fair, there's a lot of people that I watch specifically that have built their channel off other people. So like, there's a YouTuber that called I'm Alex. You probably don't know. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, he's quality.
So I do actually like him, but he's built his whole career basically on like
Yeah.
Will and E,
Like
people
reaction
like that.
videos,
Yeah,
yeah.
reaction videos, stuff like that. And I feel like, especially the Brit, it seems quite common in the British YouTube scene. There's a lot of like reaction stuff and like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And there's not much like original content because reaction videos get so much viewership as well because people just want to watch the actual video.
Well, if you want original content, 24/7, link in the description.
Right. I'm gonna have to end this soon because this is just 24/7 propaganda at the minute. It's like the Nazi regime. Just
But you are
24/7.
coming on my channel,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
to be fair, yeah.
so
I think,
that's
and you
when-
know what? Actually, we'll finish it off with that. That's quite nice.
so that's when
actually.
you're gonna do your plugs.
Yeah. So we've. Have you enjoyed the little conversation? With
I've
us so
absolutely
far?
loved it. I hope everyone
I
else
feel like I
has
could have
loved
asked you
it.
a few more questions, but I don't want this to drag on for too long. So
Yeah.
we've got another video to film as well.
Yeah,
haven't
I'll do it again sometime.
Thanks.
we? But we're going to film a video on George's channel on 24/7 Football. If you didn't know what it was called, if you haven't
10
mentioned it
videos.
enough.
10
We're
videos.
actually, we're going to be doing 10 videos. Do you want to give him a little description of what that's going to
Right, so it starts on the. I'm trying to get my maths right here, on the 22nd. So on the 22nd, we're going to do top 10 football moments of the year 2018, video a day, ending obviously on the 31st, and then we go into 2019 where 24/7 football and Luke Casey take over.
So
our name is getting changed, by the way.
we're going to change the name of the channel, but we don't really know what we're going to change it to. So that's
24/7 Casey.
we've got some inspiration from somewhere. For that name.
24/7
We're not really
podcast.
sure where, but
Yeah.
we'll
Nah,
take that.
we'll end it there. Thanks, George, for coming on. Thanks for obviously
Right,
the equipment
cheers.
you've supplied. To us. So
He has definitely supplied. No one else.
yeah,
has
no one else
supplied
supplied it. So subscribe, like the video. Go head over to George's channel.
Links in the description.
I think you know by now. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.